Good afternoon or good morning, depending where you're calling in from. I'd just like to welcome you on behalf of Citylitics. I'm Angie Anderson, the Director of Demand Generation here, and I'm super excited about this presentation on early stage intelligence and fast tracking your market advantage. So without any further ado, let's just look at the agenda for today. And just a few housekeeping notes. You can gladly post your questions in the chat and we will either answer them today on the call or we can follow up and we can even talk through different slides if we need to. The recordings will be available. I have the honor of introducing Ahmed in a second here. We'll do the presentation and then we can actually go on to Q&A live if you want, if you actually have a specific question, or you can book time with us to talk through it. Today, our speaker is Ahmed Badradin. He is the CEO and co-founder of Citylitics, and we're super excited as he was one of the pioneers to use data in infrastructure markets. He's a proud father and a huge, whether it's soccer, football, whatever you want to call it, Bayern Munich fan. So without any further ado, Ahmed, take it away.
Thank you, Angie. Great to be here and look forward to sharing a little bit more about Citylitics and early stage intelligence and hopefully making this as useful as possible to all of you. So first, a little bit more about who we are as a company. We're a market leader when it comes to data insights and infrastructure. What we essentially do is we deliver predictive sales intelligence on future infrastructure projects. And our customers are manufacturers, suppliers, engineering, construction companies within infrastructure. So these are businesses and organizations that are involved in infrastructure projects and infrastructure, of course. And if you look at the bottom, it's all these basic essential services that cities and local governments provide to citizens for water or wastewater, stormwater, public transit, transportation, broadband, and more. And our focus really is to help our customers with four key areas. One is generating early stage sales activity. And what this means is it's really important for our customers to identify opportunities within infrastructure at the earliest stages. So when the project is being thought about, discussed, planned, designed, that's when a lot of our customers who have solutions to infrastructure needs want to go in and meet with cities and really show them new and innovative ways to attack their infrastructure needs and challenges. And secondly, forming deeper prospect relationships, because this is a very relationship-driven industry. So the more our customers understand a city and have more context around their needs and pain points, the more they're able to engage in meaningful conversations and deepen relationships. And number three, optimizing sales priorities. A lot of our customers have very bandwidth constrained sales teams. There's a lot of opportunities and a lot of activity. And they need better ways to really understand how to prioritize their efforts and really re-engage with various prospects at optimal times. And finally, oftentimes our customers have strategic growth initiatives and marketing campaigns, and they want to identify specific cities, utilities that meet a certain criteria. And so that's another area that we really help our customers with. And with offices based in the US and Canada, because that's really our focus across US and Canada. It is a pretty exciting time for the industry. As we all know, the infrastructure boom is here. The last year and a half, a lot has changed in the industry. We've unlocked trillions of dollars in funding that's going to take many years to deploy across infrastructure needs within local markets. And the projects that we're going to do in the next 10 years on infrastructure are going to look way different from the ones that we've done in the last 10 years because our infrastructure needs are different now. We have more population growth. We have new preferences that people have in terms of how they want to live and work. And with that, what kind of infrastructure they need. There's innovations happening around more sustainable infrastructure, renewable energy, decentralized energy, sustainable water, micromobility, how we move people, and also extreme weather events and new types of challenges that infrastructure has to deal with and deliver more resilient infrastructure. And with all that activity going on, a lot of businesses in the industry, they're looking at pre-positioning themselves for all these upcoming opportunities as the market is shifting, as it's growing rapidly, and trying to figure out how do they position themselves to take advantage of this boom. And one of the realities today is that it's really important to be in front of these cities and utilities in the earliest stages, so we can help influence and help them come to better infrastructure solutions. And also there's a lot more data available now, a lot more happening with artificial intelligence or generative AI, with sales intelligence tools. And that is another area that sales teams are looking at to see how can they utilize new tools, new approaches, new forms of intelligence and data to be more efficient with it. But at the same time, sales is tough in infrastructure markets. It's one of the hardest types of customers to break into when you're going selling to cities and to local government. It's the longest sales cycles in the world because these are typically multi-year sales cycles. And it's very costly to pursue. And these are the types of challenges that we see a lot of sales teams are faced with. One is influencing the opportunity. You know, they're finding out about opportunities. The RFP stage is typically too late. It's really critical for them to identify earlier and help shape the RFP. Oftentimes, their methods of generating new sales opportunities are very costly. You know, it can take up to $10,000 to pursue a single opportunity for a lot of our customers. So I was looking at ways to optimize that spend even further. And also with when there are strategic growth initiatives or investments in new R&D areas or new offices that they want to build out, they need better visibility to fill their blind spots in order to grow more efficiently. And some customers do take some time to have internal resources, do researching to find opportunities, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of heavy lifting. A lot of these documents are large 800-page documents, and finding opportunities with them isn't as easy. And the sales team are always stretched in because it's such a specialized industry where you need specialized people with specialized knowledge in order to sell to cities and utilities. And so it's not like, you know, companies can build a massive team of professional salespeople in the industry. So they have to make the most of their existing sales team in order to grow. And so with that, this makes early stage intelligence so critical, which basically means getting early visibility into where the opportunity is going to be, so companies can better pre-position. And when you think about an infrastructure project, there's years and years of activity that happens before it becomes a project. And you know, it typically starts with a city or has a need or an issue, and then they're studying the issue, they're doing some assessments, they're gathering some data. They start some preliminary design, they explore funding and sources in order to fund the upcoming infrastructure project, whether it's bond markets or rate case or applying for loan programs. And then an opportunity goes into an RFP stage. And so for a lot of our customers, it's very critical to know about these opportunities earlier so they can go in and they can better position. But also augmenting this data to drive which opportunities to focus on when and what kind of approach. And it helps them focus their business development efforts, especially when they're overwhelmed with so much activity and so many opportunities coming their way. And you know, we are an industry where there is massive amounts of public information available. There's over 30,000 public sector entities when you look at municipalities, counties, water districts, utilities, port authorities, Department of Transportation, and so on. And they're generating a lot of public documents about their plans. In aggregate, this is billions and billions of public published documents, and it includes all kinds of very critical sales intelligence around what projects do they need, what are they applying for, what's the scope, how are they addressing it. And the issue obviously is that it's too much information to go and find that needle in a haystack. And so at Citylitics, what we've done is we've developed an AI-powered sales intelligence for this market, and where you know, none of the sales teams, it's really practical for them to go through this kind of information. So we built a system to solve this. And at a high level, how it works is we've got 4 key steps. And the first step is what we call aggregation, where we've got proprietary data ingestion technology. We're aggregating millions and millions of new public documents every 2 weeks from these 30,000 city utility public agencies. So anything they're publishing about their communication, about their needs, about their discussions. And then we've got categorization step, which is a proprietary classification and data tagging technology. Essentially, what this means is we're trying to figure out what type of document is this? when it was published, it's gathering some high-level information about the specific piece of data we pulled. And then we have data pipelines that basically extract early stage opportunities based on indicators within our customer scopes. So for example, are these water quality issues? Are these new bridge projects? Are they talking about waterproofing a new concrete structure? We classify based on various different types of opportunities. And then finally, machines are great and they do most of the heavy lifting, but there is a in-house analyst component to it too, where we want to make sure everything that's being uploaded to our customer's account matches their search plan, add in helpful context to enrich the data to make it easier for our customers to patch the data. And then all in all, this whole process is designed so we can do all the heavy lifting and our customers can mostly focus on sales activities and what drives business growth. And over the years, worked with hundreds and hundreds of organizations in infrastructure, ranging from industry giants, regional leaders, niche specialists, and learned a lot about what works, what doesn't work, and seen a lot of customers get a lot of success with our intelligence. It's always pretty exciting. But I want to share kind of a few things that we've learned through doing this. One is, it's not just about the data, but it's really seeing through the whole journey from data to business results and business value. So, our role we really see is deliver the right type of data that the customers are looking for. And that's obviously always nuanced because every customer has specific needs, specific sales process, specific types of intelligence they're looking for. And so first step really is making sure they get the right data because there's a lot of noise out there. And then the second one is making sure it's working in their workflows so they're enhancing their sales knowledge and activity. So they're able to find new opportunities, they're able to generate more early stage sales activity. Their sales teams are getting more productive using this data. They're able to start seeing some new trends that helps them refine their sales and marketing strategy or build strong relationships or better prioritize their time. And that's what more the more tactical, more early indicators of success. And then as they continue to do so over time, customers will start seeing growth in their sales pipeline or increasing in market visibility, better win rates because they're able to identify these opportunities earlier and influence them, as well as increasing sales efficiency by saving a lot of time as they pursue opportunities. And some examples of what customers have shared with us using this form of early stage intelligence. And it's what's interesting always that it's different types of wins and successes too, not just a single type of success. So sometimes it's about finding brand new opportunity they didn't know about, and now they have all the context to go after it, and it's exactly the type of opportunity. Other times, they might have heard a rumor or they might have been tracking an opportunity, but they get some more intelligence that helps them prioritize their efforts at the right time and win a large deal. And other times, it's just them not having to do all this research themselves. Some of our customers used to have just dedicated resources that would plow through public documents to look for opportunities, and now they can use those resources for higher level value add analytics type workflows. And so we deliver this value in the form of a few products, and I'll touch on 3 of them, how they work, and what types of questions that customers be looking for in terms of to see what makes sense for them. So firstly, our intelligence reports. This really is designed to find opportunities at the earliest stages, 1 to 5 years before RFP. Typically to look for cities with needs before they've even defined a project. And really when our customers are looking to build more proactive rather than a reactive sales engine, that's when they get excited about this product. And the key thing that we do is we mine documents that have the earliest indicators of an opportunity, from council discussions to planning documents and so on, and filter to our customer specific sales criteria. So it helps them increase their win rates. It also helps them increase time to market. So let's say they've got a strategic growth plan, but they need to find certain types of opportunities. And the fastest way to do it is to get some data and define which utilities are in that right circumstances, right conditions. Then increasing market visibility, growing their sales pipeline. But the types of things they to think about to know if this is a fit, as well as what type of early stage intelligence they need, is thinking through What are some examples of relationship opportunities that are most valuable? And also what step of the RFP, pre-RFP stage they want to be involved? Some customers want to be involved 1 to 2 years before RFP, and that's their sweet spot. Some want to know 5 years, 3 to 5 years before they want to know the earliest stages, because now all depends on customer sales strategy. And so we have to map our intelligence based on our customer sales strategy. And typically, customers that sign up for this product do see multi-million-dollar effect on their sales pipeline and a double-digit percentage effect on their sales efficiency as they start using this intelligence. Second product I'll talk through is what we call capital projects dashboard. So something that we noticed working with a lot of customers was that they had salespeople where they tasked them to go and find capital improvement plans in the cities and find the kind of projects were being budgeted for and what point. And we felt like that could be something that we could offload from our customers and users and give it in a much easier to use dashboard. So salespeople can save a lot of time as well as customers can find new opportunities. So that was really how this project came to be. And this one really is a special purpose product. Is really designed to just track project opportunities listed in utilities and cities capital improvement plans. And so the types of needs that customers have is when they're trying to increase their market reach to new cities, or they want to find new specific types of infrastructure projects, or they want to do more accurate sales forecast. They want to see what kind of planned infrastructure project spend is being allocated currently. And the key thing that our customers can do with this, they can search any CIP project line item, they can find regional hotspot, they can shortlist accounts for targeted business development. So similar to the previous product, it helps them with market visibility, sales efficiency, increasing their win rate, and also growing their sales pipeline with new opportunities. And so the type of thing we look for when we want to set up this product for a customer is what regions or what specific cities or types of cities are they targeting, and what types of infrastructure projects they're looking for. Just transportation projects or water projects or broadband projects or projects with hospitals. And it's very typical for our customers to find tens of millions of dollars in new infrastructure project every year as a result of using this product. One of our largest customers, and this is not even exaggerating, but they got over $1 billion in new infrastructure projects using this product. But they obviously have a bigger team and bigger effort around this product, but a lot of the data is out there. It's really about how to mine it, how to use it, and how to apply it to the sales process. And finally, a number of customers are more focused on the industrial side, and they're looking to identify industrial facilities with some chronic environmental challenges that they can go in and they can help with. And similar to the other two products, a lot of this information is publicly available, but in a lot of different databases. So what we're able to do is combine these databases into a single dashboard and give our customers the search and filtering mechanisms that they needed to get to specific industrial customers they're targeting. And typically the kinds of things that a customer is looking for when they're using this product is what type of industries are they targeting chemical facilities or refineries or food and beverage industries. And what type of specific discharge violations are they targeting that basically triggers a sales opportunity. And our customers, as a result of this product, typically see lower lead gen costs because they're able to get to a large number of target customers much quicker and increase their sales as a result of using this product. So when you think a bit, if you zoom out a little bit from just what Citylitics does, and let's say you're a business in infrastructure, whether you're a manufacturer, structure engineering company, what are your options if you want more intelligence on project opportunities? And really, you see 4 categories. There's a number of RFP and bid platforms, and they're really focused on providing great intelligence at that RFP step. And that works for a lot of customers. It does require a lot of bandwidth in terms of responding to a large number of RFPs. And that's usually useful if there isn't a great need to influence projects before RFPs. So finding out about projects at that stage is valuable enough, and that's probably the right fit. Then there are contact lists, but generally the feedback that we hear from our customers is that they get pretty stale or outdated very quickly. And then there's some meeting minute scanners, but they focus on mining just meeting minutes for specific keywords of interest. And so for customers where all the intelligence they need can be found in minutes, this can be a good option. And then where we really focus on is when influencing RFPs is very critical to customer sales strategy. I think that's where our solution is a better fit, when our customers want to be more proactive than reactive. Also, when they have limited bandwidth and they have to deliver strategic growth and they need quicker ways to get to targeted opportunities. And beyond that, oftentimes what customers enjoy about Citylitics is if they've got larger ambitions around building digital analytics capabilities, and they want not just take our data, but to do more interesting things on top of it. And that becomes a pretty a great match. The other thing to consider also is the timing of the intelligence you get from a provider. So are you looking for, like I previously mentioned, just at the RFP step, or are you looking for just high-level discussions, or is it really critical to know all the different activity that happens before an RFP in order to prioritize and maximize your sales efforts? Now, for something like early stage intelligence, obviously a lot of different people within an organization have to be involved to make the right decision. And so typically we see there's a few different types of personas available. So the individual business development manager, how interested or eager are they to approach prospects 1 to 5 years before RFP, or are they comfortable with just that RFP step? A person managing a sales or business development team, what types of opportunities are they looking to target? What's in their plan? How does this match to what their target opportunities are? At a VP level, what are their growth strategies? Are they open to investing in sales intelligence, or are they more inclined to spend? They want to more spend the dollars on relationships or trade shows or other forms of opportunity generation. So that's another thing to vet. Let's say you think of it's a good concept and you want to internally vet it. And there's some other stakeholders as well. Are there people within the company where their job is to go and gather this intelligence? Are there ways that some early stage intelligence can help them do more or do higher level tasks? Are there marketing leaders with specific lead gen campaigns or priorities that might benefit? And also from a CFO perspective, are they open to investing? Or is there budget available? Those are the kinds of questions that's always helpful to go through as you think about early stage intelligence for your organization. And finally, is early stage intelligence right for you? And a few questions to think about is, how mature is the end market? Are you going after a market that's established and has been buying the same product for many years, or are you creating a new market where you need to create some awareness? Do target buyers already know about your services solutions, or do you have to go in and educate them? That also helps define whether you need early stage intelligence, or do you need RFP or bid intelligence, or a different type of intelligence. Secondly, what types of projects are you pursuing? Are you going after very specialized niche projects, or are you going after general projects? Because the more targeted your needs are, typically the more you'll need early stage intelligence to find those projects. And how important is it to influence RFPs? How much of a difference can it make to your win rate if you're pre-positioning 1+ year before the RFP? And lastly, like I said, it's not just about the data and intelligence, but it's also, is there a team around it? Is there a sales team that can take this intelligence, turn it into revenue? Are they eager to pursue these opportunities, or are they swamped and more focused on later stage opportunities? Those are the questions I was just going through as you think about early stage intelligence. And that's it in terms of what I had prepared. I've put my email here. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm happy to flip back some quick responses.
Thank you, Amit. I actually have some questions that have come in, so I'll put you on the spot here to answer a few questions. Somebody asked, do customers typically use our services along with a bid tracker services? Are they in conjunction? Or can you explain a little more about bid trackers versus Citylitics and how they work together? or since I know the answer,
Yeah.
how they work together.
Yeah. Yeah, good question. So for some customers, it's very complementary because they need not just the early stage intelligence we provide, but it's also very critical for them to know what that RFP step, and they've got a team of workflows set up to respond to those RFPs. So in those cases, we work pretty well together. For some customers, they just need early stage intelligence because their whole sales strategy is they'll deepen their relationship, and then the customers will email them the RFP. So they don't necessarily need the RFP platform. And for other customers, it's the reverse, where they just need RFP and bid platforms because that's the stage in which they're targeting. So those are the three combinations. And but we've also seen a lot of our customers where it works very well complementary as well. Again, it's often different sales teams too. The ones that are the big responding team, and then the ones that are out there building relationships.
Awesome. The next question was, where is your data coverage the strongest?
We're fairly confident that we've got every single public sector entity, every single possible public document that's relevant to our customers. Obviously, there's always some, small gaps, and we find an issue when we fix it. But we're all over US and Canada. So sometimes it becomes a function of what regions are more what I call data rich. So for example, California, super data rich, all their cities publish so many different documents. And then there are some states where, the websites are not as updated, or there's not as much data available. There's not as much permits available. So it does sometimes vary by region, but whatever is published, our system will pick up.
And one more question is, can your platform help us understand where we can expand?
Yeah, good question. So on the CPD side, capital projects dashboard, that product, a common use case for that product is to see where are cities spending on specific types of projects. And from there, customers can decide if it's a regional expansion, what regions should they spend more time on? Or if it's even a type of product or type of service, they can search along those filters as well. And then they can identify which types of needs are more prevalent or which are coming in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, breaking it down that way as well. And that's often used for these strategic decisions as well.
Awesome. Those were the questions that were submitted. If anyone else wants to go off mute, or we can stick around for a little bit, but that concludes the presentation. Hopefully Ahmed answered any questions that you have on early sales intelligence. If we can be of any assistance, again, email Ahmed directly or get in touch with someone at Citylitics. We'd love to help you.
Thanks so much, Angie. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks.